Yo, what's going on, man? Today is November the 16th, 2023. It's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show. I'm live on Twitter right now. I'm also live on YouTube as well. For people who are new, because I know it's a lot of new people that's, constantly entering the space, checking out my show, whether it's over on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter. I literally just like to, handicap these games the best that I can, the best of my ability, and share my angles with you guys. So Monday through Friday, you can find me 5 o'clock Eastern time. Every single day, pretty much, unless I got something going on, I'm gonna try to be doing a live show. It's been like that for the last couple of years. And then, of course, I do like to open it up. There's other people handicapping the games, looking at different angles, looking at different markets that I don't bet. And I like to give them an opportunity to kind of share their looks as well. It's a lot of great, handicappers in the sports betting space. This stuff is only getting legalized more and more places. So definitely just kind of trying to provide value to you guys. If you think the show is valuable, if you enjoy me bringing everybody together, me kind of, the research that I do, be sure to hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you guys haven't on YouTube. And then, check me out on Twitter as well. And turn the notification bell on so that you guys do know when I go live. Sometimes it's really, weird, and 5 o'clock can be a difficult time for people. A lot of people got a lot of different things going on, but just like to kind of tune in. So you'll get that notification if you do that. Last thing I want to mention before we jump into the 2-game slate for today is Odds Jam. Haven't talked about Odds Jam in quite a minute, but there's a 25% promo off your first month with code CBC if you guys check them out. I always talk about this, and I'm not a big salesperson, which is why I kind of turn down a lot of these promotional gigs. But Odds Jam is the one thing that I do use every single day, every single hour of the day. If I'm handicapping the games, I'm then going straight to Odds Jam to figure out where I can find the best line. Sometimes I can buy half a point, and we know long term that'll either probably win you a lot of money, or if you're getting the worst of the number, it'll lose you a lot of money. And in Virginia, we just got ESPN Bet, which replaced Barstool. So I think we have 15 or 16 sports books. I lied to you guys not when I say I got a sportsbook account on every single sportsbook, every single one, from all the major ones to BetMGM, FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, Barstool, PointsBet, to the small ones that some of you guys may have never even heard about. Unibet, what else? Betfred, like all of those little small ones. Betway, which is actually a big one, but a lot of people just don't know about it. All of them. So definitely, you want to be tapped in with as many sports books as you can, so you can find the best number every single time. And that's what Odds Jam does. It gives you a sportsbook screen page. So whether you're looking at props, sides, totals, first half against the spread, first half team total numbers, full game team total number, first quarter ATS, any market that you can think of, NBA rookie of the year, coach of the year, any market that you can think of, team to win the play-in tournaments, you will find the best odds every single time. So that's why I'm always promoting Odds Jam, and I feel like I haven't done it in a while, so I wanted to make sure I shouted them out real quick. Now, it's a regularly scheduled program. Let's get into it. So real quick, yesterday, 4-2 day for me. Man, we got hooked on 2 plays. Derek Lively did not get the double-double because the Washington Wizards are just a horrible franchise and organization. So he didn't need to play much of the fourth quarter. He didn't play any of the fourth quarter. He finished with 17 and 9 in the game. So we didn't catch the double-double. It was worth the sprinkle. And I think I put plus 450. It was actually plus 550. And then shout out to my guy Coop in the YouTube comment section. He did say that, excuse me, he did say if you built it out, which I didn't, I think it was like plus 1,000. So it didn't cash, but definitely make sure you guys are, just kind of seeing which makes the most sense, right? If you can take a guy to get a double-double, just straight up, then if this is the best odds, then take it. I'm a big guy on making sure I get the best odds, though. I'm trying to maximize every single dollar that I bet. And then last one I missed on was Karis LeVert over his 23.5 points plus assists. Like I talked about, advantageous spot. I'll take that prop every single time. The volume was there. He shot 1 for 7 from 3. So if he makes one more 3, if he gets one more assist, I just love the minutes. He plays starter minutes, so that's a spot that I'm gonna live with. He finished right on the hook at 23. Just so happened, of course, right? We did cash on Derek Lively over his points plus rebounds at 15.5. Also, really loved Orlando yesterday in the first half. They ended up winning the game, but they could not hold on to a lead. That's going to be something I'll be looking at moving forward. They are the best first half team in the league. They're now 10-1 against the spread. We had them +1 yesterday, and they, wasn't even close. They were winning the game by like 15, 20 points at halftime, so that was a non-sweat. And then Knicks on the money line. I talked about them being a better defensive team. the better rebounding team, and didn't like the spot for Atlanta having to travel back from Detroit. The Knicks always like if you never bet on the Knicks, you do want to not watch the game. Just put your bet in and go, like play with your kid or read them a bedtime story or file your taxes or something, and then just come back to the money because the Knicks always find a way to make sure that they screw it up for themselves, but they get the job done most of the time, and that's what they did yesterday. Shout out to the Knicks on the money line -106. That was a unit play for me, a 1.06 unit play to bring back a unit. And then I also talked about Dallas and Cleveland on the money line. I didn't, wanted to kind of stay off the spreads. Both of those teams ended up covering the spread, but we got them -124 for 1.24 units to bring back a unit there as well. So we did finish 4-2 plus 2.8 units yesterday. Hopefully we can kind of keep it going. We've had I want to say 3 straight winning days. And Sunday was a terrible day. Lost 2-point-something units on Sunday. But other than that, we've been rolling. And hopefully we can kind of keep it going here today. I don't really like the card a lot. And it's like I said, it's only 2 games. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. Let's do it right now. Probably be a shorter show. Already looking at the games for tomorrow. We got a bunch of in-season tournament games. So let's jump right in, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Like I said, hit the like button for me if you can. And let's go. First game up, we have the Brooklyn Nets traveling to Miami to take on the Miami Heat. Let me just make sure I got my notes all the way up so I can fly through these games real quick and let you guys know how I'm looking at them. So from a situational standpoint, I know a lot of people don't like having the games from a situational standpoint, but I kind of came on here and told you guys yesterday the Timberwolves were not in the greatest spot yesterday. They were super hot, won a whole bunch of games in a row, but you do for a letdown at a certain time when you've been playing so many games, no matter how good your defense is. And Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, them coming off 2 days of rest, 2 straight losses and 2 days of rest, they were absolutely ready for that team. So that's why you kept the game from a situational standpoint. And situationally here, you look at the Nets and the Heat, this line was, let's see. Matter of fact, let me start with the injury report. Let's not get ahead of yourself, Chris. All right, so injury implications. We do have a clean injury report for Brooklyn outside of Ben Simmons, of course, not being there. Cam Thomas is still out. These guys have missed the last couple games. And then on the opposite side for Miami, of course, Tyler Hero is out. Kyle Lowry's been starting at the point guard, and they've been starting Highsmith at the center positions. At the power forward to go along with Bam at center. So this game actually opened with the Miami Heat laying 3.5 points. And the line kind of moved. It was kind of going everywhere. I saw it come down. I saw it go up to 4. And it really didn't make a lot of sense to me. And when I was capping the game last night, I said, man, what? Like everything tells me to take Brooklyn in this spot, but the line is moving against Brooklyn in this spot, and I can't make sense of it. So if I'm handicapping the game and I'm just looking at that, from that perspective, then I do kind of like I like Brooklyn in this spot. Did I play him? I didn't. Brooklyn is bound to regress. This is what I wrote in my notes. They're bound to regress at some point. They've had 5 of their last 6 games at home, and they've won every one of them except the game against the Celtics. And they will continue to be without Ben Simmons and Cam Thomas, which I mentioned already. On the Heat side of things, they will be without Tyler Hero, like I said, but they're playing well without him. They won 6 in a row, and this is their first game back home after a 4-game road trip. So they've been at the crib for a couple days, well, at least one day after they beat Charlotte in that last game. Both of these teams do have at least 2 days of rest. Neither one of these teams play until the weekend. And I couldn't really find a lot in this game. I will tell you guys, when I went down and broke down the stats though, looking at how these teams like to score, they both like to shoot the 3. Both of these teams don't really utilize their big man as much. And you can say, take that with a grain of salt because Bam Adebayo is having a great year. But both of these teams really like to jack up threes. The Miami Heat 3-point defense is actually one of the worst in the league. But they've been playing against teams that don't necessarily shoot it well. The Nets have really looked good, man. I was looking at their defensive rating the last couple games since they got Nicholas Claxton back. If you remember, I was on Nets versus Orlando to go under, and it didn't go under because the Nets hit so many threes in that game and Orlando turned the ball over so many times. This total has actually come down from 219 all the way down to 214.5. I would agree with the movement there. The Heat as a home favorite typically don't score as many points. This is a revenge spot. The Nets have beat this team, I think, 5 straight times in a row. So they'll probably had it on their mind. All of those things lead me to staying off the game. I'm not on this game at all. I can see the Heat covering and winning. I could also see the Nets coming in here winning this game as well. So I don't really have a strong look. I think, from a player prop perspective, you do kind of want to take, somebody to make a bunch of threes because it's probably going to happen. We're probably going to see about, 60 to probably 83s, maybe 83 shot in this game. It wouldn't surprise me if both teams shot, 43s apiece. The Nets like to play with a little bit more pace than the Heat do, but the Heat actually been playing, a much faster pace as well. So, whoever it is that you like, it's kind of like pulling a straw out of a hat when it comes to who's going to knock down those wide open looks. But I do think, looking at, one of these players, maybe it's Duncan Robinson, maybe it's, for the Brooklyn Nets, it's all of them shoot threes. Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, these guys all like to shoot the ball from three. One interesting way I was looking to play this game, I was looking at Nicholas Claxton, and I was thinking about taking his points under. The reason why is because Bam has really done a really good job on opposing centers. I didn't quite pull the trigger there. I want to say the numbers like 9.5, 10. I think that, when you look at how the Miami Heat's been giving it up, like I said, they've been giving up from three. So looking at opposing big men to go under their points, maybe their points plus rebounds, is the way that I would look in this game. Didn't quite get there yet, but that was on my short list. Looking at Nicholas Claxton to go under on his rebounds plus assists. Those are my thoughts on the game. That's all I got. Definitely not playing that total with it all the way down to 214.5, but do agree with the movement coming down. Next game up, and last game we have on the slate, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to – oh, hold on. You know what? Let me check the comments real quick before I get ahead of myself. All right, so we got – what's up to my guy Zoned Up? Thug and D is in here as well. Salute to you for being here, Thug and D. Amar says LeVert closed at 20.5 after he was announced not to be in the starting lineup. I saw that, Amar, and I actually liked it more, though, without him being in the starting lineup. I saw that they were going to start who did they start in this spot? I can't remember. But I actually liked it more because I knew he was still going to get the same amount of minutes. So if you waited till late, you got a much better number. But I like that. I like that he was, not starting. Thug and D says like and subscribe. That's definitely appreciated. If you guys wouldn't mind just hitting the like button for me if you're watching on YouTube. Helps with the algorithm, get more people watching the show, more people contributing to the show, and hopefully more money for us because we're just getting sharper and we're giving out really good plays and really good looks. Coop says Wiz wanted to make their shots when Lively needed one more rebound in the third, but cashed it straight though. Yeah, we did cash there, Coop. Been so nice to hit a plus 550 last night. I would have been a happy camper. My guy Derek says you ain't right, bro. Picking on my Knicks. The Knicks made me some money last night, Derek. I will not complain about your Knicks. I see my guy Stephen in here as well. Like I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks when they're playing against bad defenses. When they're playing against really good defenses, not a time I want to take them. I'm kind of developing a pattern with the Knicks. If they play against a team that can't stop them, then they're gonna be able to score. And they were in an advantageous spot yesterday with the Hawks. So I like the Knicks, man. I'm a big Brunson fan. Like Brunson. I like Julius Randle. Of course, he started his career in LA. Does he take questionable shots? Absolutely, all the time. Steve says, Chris, salute to you for putting on a daily show with official picks and not just leans. Yeah, I try to give you – I'm going to always give you guys what I play. And I'm going to give you guys the way I'm leaning, but not ready to put my hard-earned money on it as well. So in that first game, I don't have an official play, but I do lean, like I said, towards Nicholas Claxton to go under on his points, maybe his points plus rebounds. MK, appreciate the comment as well, Steve. MK says hit an 8-leg parlay yesterday thanks to you and the show. Nice. Like that, MK. I did see somebody DM me an 8-leg parlay too that they won like 500 on. So that's what's up, man. Appreciate you. Absolutely. What's up, Tall Black Genius? Appreciate you being here, my guy, over on YouTube. And I think I saw you on Twitter as well. I appreciate you tapping in. Thug and D says he likes, we're going to get to that game in a second. He likes Chet over his 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Solo says, appreciate all you do, Chris. Good luck today. Right back at you, Solo. Appreciate you for tapping in. Justin, usual in the channel. I appreciate you for being here as well, Justin, and tapping in. Easy Money says, appreciate you as always, family. Nothing for me, but just been studying my Celtics. Couldn't talk you off. Could not talk you off. Just chilling. For the night, we got a lot of basketball tomorrow. We know we don't have to rush it. Sometimes you force a play, and then it backfires on you. So I couldn't talk you off. Meanwhile, JS says he likes Cam Johnson 4 threes and Lonnie Walker 3 threes. Okay. Somebody gonna knock him down for sure. Rob says Nets for me. Heat are trashed against the spread at home. I did see that they were like 1-3. Eventually, I think you are due to regress just a tad bit. I talked about it yesterday with the Bucks. Not wanting to lay with them. They were 1-8-1 on the spread on the season on the spread. No Giannis. They go in there and clean up the Toronto Raptors yesterday and go 2. Now they're 2-8-1. So some things are going to revert eventually, but ride your play, right? Whatever you like, bro. Don't let me talk you off. My God, Nets bet. Super good dude. Appreciate you, Nets bet, for being here. He says, "What's good, brother? Lean Nets, but I'm off this one. Undefeated betting on and against the Nets this season. I can make a case for both sides." And that's why I agree with that, Nets bet. I kind of feel the same, man. Like I do feel like the Nets are kind of clicking right now. The Heat been playing against some cupcakes, but he can turn up in these spots, man. They definitely can. So that's why I'm staying off the game. Mike Laurie says he likes Claxton over his 2.5 stops, steals plus blocks versus the Eastern Conference. Last year was a wagon. Okay, I couldn't talk you off of that. Could not talk you off. Wade, that's who it was. It was Dean Wade. Appreciate you, LeGreg. It was Dean Wade who ended up in the starting position. They slid Donovan Mitchell to the point guard position. What's up to my guy F. He says, "You know what we're doing tonight?" Oh man, you can't play the Heat every night, F. But I couldn't talk you off your guys tonight, man. If you like them, I Need Money says he likes Spencer Dinwiddie over his points. Couldn't talk you off. He did have a really good shooting game last game. Typically, I like to fade role players after they have a strong game, but I don't have a strong look on Spencer Dinwiddie. If he gonna have Kyle Lowry guarding him, he could cook, absolutely cook tonight. I Need Money said we cashed on Tim Hardaway Jr. yesterday, looking to keep it going. Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. balled without Kyrie yesterday. He absolutely put on a show in DC. Let's go. Dinwiddie will get Duncan Robinson most likely. Match up on him, and that's barbecue chicken. Okay. Not talk you off. I Need Money. Best of luck, bro. Steve says pool turnovers over was always easy money at plus money. Yeah, Poole is a different guy right now, man. We're not going to talk about him. All right, let's keep going. Let's get back into the last game real quick. So we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. They will be traveling to Golden State to take on this depleted Warriors team. The Warriors are, of course, without Steph Curry, who was ruled out for this game yesterday. They'll also be without Draymond Green, of course, because he's suspended. Start that 5-game suspension will start tonight. So what I wrote in my notes for this one, the Warriors have been at the crib for a while. Like they've lost 4 straight road games. 4 straight home games. Which is kind of weird because they're doing the flip-flop of what they did last year. And we remember last year they couldn't win a game or cover a spread on the road. This year, they can't win a game at home. I went through and kind of looked at this box score. Not the box score, the overall season averages for this team. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. You actually want to look at it with your eyes halfway open and with them halfway closed, because they're not getting a lot of point production from anybody outside of Steph Curry. So real quick, I just want to pull the numbers up just so I can read them off to you guys real quick, because it does correlate with the way I'm kind of looking at this game. So Steph is shooting the ball almost 20 times per game. So that's 20 shots that's going to go to somebody tonight. He's averaging 30.7 points per game, making 5.6 threes per game at 44%. This dude is absolutely killing it right now. I don't think people are paying that much attention to how much Steph is cooking right now. Clay, not so much. 14.5 points on 42% shooting, only shooting 34% from the free throw line. That's not going to cut it. He's going to have a much bigger day today. Jonathan Kuminga is actually their third leading scorer. He's not even in the starting lineup. 11.5 points for Jonathan Kuminga. He's not shooting 40% from the field, and a lot of his shots are wide open. Or are at the rim. Then you got Wiggins, who's been the biggest disappointment maybe in the NBA so far this season. And I'm not dissing Wiggins because I like Wiggins as a player. But Wiggins is averaging 10 points per game right now, shooting 40% from the field, shooting 15% from 3. Dude is making 15% of his threes. and getting 4 rebounds to go with 1 assist. I mean, they brought Wiggins here, and we know that this is not the version of Wiggins that we're used to. Somebody gonna have to step up because the 5th leading scorer is Dario Saric. Draymond Green averaging 8, Saric averaging 9, Chris Paul averaging 8. Then you got Moody with 7, Gary Payton 6. So it's a whole bunch of guys. Brandon Potamasi, the guy that hooped, and a lot of people probably gonna be on him today. I can not talk you off. He's gonna have to come in here and play much bigger. He's really stepped up without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson being available in that last game because of the suspension. Well, because of the altercation that happened at the beginning. He was the guy who actually kept him in the game. It was him. It was Chris Paul. So now I think about Steve Kerr and, almost like being able to pull a rabbit out of a hat almost. The Thunder on the opposite side are a very, very good team. I don't know how much people are actually paying attention to the Thunder. First and foremost, this is a revenge spot for them. Golden State beat them in a tournament game. I don't think it was last Friday. I think it was the Friday before. And I think they understand how much of a hard-fought game this is going to be. The Warriors are also in a desperation spot because, like I said, they've lost 4 straight home games. The Thunder, if you go in and kind of check, this team is really, really good. They're solid defensively. Surprisingly, they're 3-1 to the under on the road, with those games going under by average of 10 points. Those 4 road games for the Thunder, I'm sorry, let me read that again. The Thunder, surprisingly enough, 3-1 to the under on the road, and they average 10 less points on the road. So their offense declines, and their defense picks up on the road. In those 4 road games for the Thunder, their totals have gone under by an average of 15 points per contest. The Thunder are also the number 1 defensive team on the road this season when you look at the defensive metrics. I shared this the other day, and I'm almost done. I shared this the other day, with the Warriors being home dogs. The Warriors are rarely ever home dogs. If you see another team catching points, if you see the Warriors catching points at home, it's probably a pretty interesting dynamic to the game. And of course, there is with this one. Steph not being there is big, right? So the number that I shared the other day, and you guys can go back and look at this on my timeline. The Warriors, when they were home dogs since the start of the 2021-22 season, they were 7-0-1 to the under in that spot. And those games were staying under by about an average of 6 or 7 points. They're going to be shorthanded without Steph and Draymond today. And I think that means they're going to play a tad bit slower. I think that means that they're going to really try to lock in on the defensive end and try to limit the possessions. OKC want to push and play fast. Without Steph Curry, I can't imagine, and Chris Paul being at the point guard, I can't imagine that Golden State wants to play fast. Like, that just boggles me, because then you exert more energy for Chris Paul. I say all that to say this. The Warriors are nil. After the game with the Timberwolves the other day, which and they were a home dog, they are 8-0-1 to the under. I played the under at 227. The total right now is 226.5, I want to say. It's coming down. 226.5. I think that's sharp money. I've not been getting totals right. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you guys. I've been getting totals wrong left and right. I think the pivot to playing the total under is looking at the Warriors team total to go under. So when I was looking at this, the Warriors team total today is 112.5. You go through and look at the Warriors at the crib so far this season. They I don't even think they've scored 112 points at home. So real quick, let me go back and double check that to make sure, because I don't want to give you guys no bad information. And I'm correct. The Warriors team total 112.5. They scored 104 in the opening night against the Suns. They scored 102 against the Sacramento Kings. These games had Steph Curry in them. They scored 110 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game did not have Steph Curry. Or did that game have Steph Curry? I think that game had Steph. Then they also scored 110 against the Timberwolves and 101 against the Timberwolves. I think the Thunder come in here, bring that number 1 rated defense, because it is a revenge spot. I don't think that they overlook the Golden State Warriors, because the Warriors do own them. The Warriors are 9-1 straight up against the Golden State Warriors in the last 10 meetings. So all that to say that I really like the under. That's my favorite play of the day. I think you play it, you just live with the results. I also think you can play the team total to go under as well. The under just makes sense, man. It just makes a lot of sense. Chris Paul slowing up the pace. against his protege, because we know that he did mentor SGA when way back in the day when they were both on the Clippers and SGA was a rookie. So that's what I got for you guys. I don't really like a lot of props today. I did lean towards Chet Holmgren. I like his Chet points plus rebounds. He had a really good game against his team when they played at home. The number is 20.5, I want to say. So for him to get something around like 12 and 10 or like 20, like maybe 15 and 9 or something like that, I could see Chet having that type of game. From a matchup perspective, but I didn't play it. I just kind of leaned that way. That was also with Draymond. Now he gets Kuminga, who's not as good of a defender as Draymond. So that spot kind of makes sense to me. From a matchup perspective, I do expect Andrew Wiggins to be guarding SGA. And I also expect Lou Dort to be matched up most likely on either Wiggins or I don't think they put him on Chris Paul. Probably on Wiggins to slow Wiggins down, because Wiggins should be the number one option. Anybody can kind of stay in front of Clay. He don't got no moves, no bag at all for Clay. But you're still gonna have to chase him off the screen. So those are my thoughts. Like I said, the only thing that I officially locked in was the under. I'm probably gonna end up playing the team total to go under as well. Just haven't quite gotten there yet. But that under 110.5. I think the numbers is, to me, under 112.5. I think that number is a tad bit too high for me. Tad bit too high for the Warriors offense, not knowing where these points are going to come from outside of Steph. And that's what I got. Let's see what we got in the chat. And then I'll, if you guys joined late, hit the like button for me if you can. Subscribe to the show if you guys would like to as well. And I'm going to go through the comments. Send me a request if you guys got anything. I'm going to get up, a couple people. It's going to be a shorter show today. And then we will keep it going for tomorrow. We also got the crazy injury news, man. Donovan Mitchell, hamstring, listed as questionable. Keldon Johnson, probable. Devin Vassell for tomorrow, already ruled out. The Kings probably going to score 160 points against that San Antonio team tomorrow. I'm going to just let you guys know that early. They probably going to smoke them tomorrow. All right, so let me get back to the comment section real quick. Going back to the first game, NetsBet says the Nets offense could be stagnant without Ben to orchestrate and Cam Thomas to shoot and create. Saw it versus Washington, trash defense. Heat revenge. I'll watch as a fan. Could not talk you off, NetsBet. Could not talk you off, and that's what I'm going to do too. May end up playing something live, if one of the teams jump out, because I don't expect, starters to come out. I think both teams probably want to win. And this isn't the first leg of a back-to-back for either team. So if we see a big lead early, I do think that both of these defenses are vulnerable enough to kind of let the other team come back. So that's the way I'll be looking in this game. One tap says, like a Chet double-double. Centers seem to eat on the Warriors. Yeah, we talked about it. Back-to-back games for Karl Anthony Towns the other day, and I talked about him but didn't play him. Could not talk you off. Chris, what do you think about the Warriors team total under 112.5? Absolutely love it, Jarrell. I'm probably going to end up adding that. I just haven't yet. But I do like that team total to go under. I think it's going to be a hard-fought defensive type game. I think the Thunder win. They should win. But I think it'll be one of those games that's like, 111 to like 105, right? Like 111 to like 106. I don't see this team scoring 112 points. I could be totally wrong. But based on all the things that I kind of talked about, the pace slowing up with Chris Paul, kind of running the offense, I do think it's going to be a slow-paced game today. Nets also said, my guy NetsBet said, Thunder minus 2.5 is his player today. Steph only consistent scorer. Draymond crucial on both ends. OKC revenge game. Lost the tournament game on November the 3rd. That's when it was. I knew it was about 2 weeks ago. 141 to 139. They covered the plus 6.5 with Steph and Draymond. SGA was out. OKC 5-1 against the spread last 6. Golden State 1-4 against the spread last 5 at home. I couldn't talk you off. If I was playing that game, I would play the money line. I would just take the money line to like minus 130, because I do think I don't want to overlook the genius that's Steve Kerr. Now, granted, sometimes you don't got players, you can't really do anything. You kind of handcuff. But I'll give it to Steve Kerr, man. It feels like his guys really step up when they go down a couple soldiers. So that's the reason why I didn't get on OKC. Coop also likes OKC. He said, I know the line seems fishy, but I'm trying not to overthink it. I know the Thunder want to get their revenge after no call from the play-in tournament. I wish Draymond was playing. Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. Darren actually likes the opposite side. He said he's on the Warriors plus 3.5. Jarrell says Warriors team total under 112. I like it. What else? What else? Justin likes Warriors plus 3 and Warriors on the money line at plus 120. It's a lot of different people on different sides in this one, man. So I kind of stayed off. I don't have a strong feel, but like I said, I do lean towards OKC. I think OKC could win the game and not necessarily cover the point spread. Like I don't think Golden State's gonna get ran off the floor here. We'll see how it plays out though. What else? Jalen Collins says Golden State under 226.5. He likes that today. Okay, we're aligned there. What else? S. Dot reminding everyone to hit the like button. He says, everyone help Chris out and smash the like button. Least we can do since he's providing his info and time for our benefit. Appreciate you, S. Dot. And if you've been cashing with me, man, definitely consider hitting that like button for me. Definitely just helps kind of grow the show. And I absolutely appreciate that, man. Grateful for the people who do come in and take that extra 1.0 seconds to hit that like button, man. Snag says he likes Lonnie Walker and Jaquez, the rookie, 15 points apiece at plus 1556. Okay, Snag. Okay, that could be a sneaky look. Yeah, that could be a real sneaky look. Especially, I don't really like playing a lot of overs when the total is so low, but somebody got to score the ball. Darian says, I think Warriors team total under is a bait today. Steph being out makes sense that it goes under easily. Yeah, I like it. But 112.5. They haven't scored that with him, though, Darren, which is why I like it without him. What else we got? How do you feel about Chet double at plus 260? I couldn't talk you off one time. He should be able to get there today. Not playing it, though, just a lean for me. But, yeah, could not talk you off. Brandon Brown likes CP3, 10 assists, and Looney over his 10 rebounds. Okay. Brandon also likes Shea over his point. Markel says, yo, my God, I'm on the Thunder first half, trying to get in and get out, hopefully. I think that might be the worst spot, Markel. I think the Thunder will win the game over time, but Golden State should come out with everything they have and kind of throw it at the Thunder early. But don't let me talk you off. Play what you absolutely love, my brother. Appreciate you tapping in as well. One tap says centers seem to get assists versus the Warriors. Do you think Chet has any value there? I think that SGA dominates the ball one tap. Too much for me to play anybody else assists on this team. Not even Giddey. So best of luck if you take it, but those are just my thoughts. Not playing anything there. All right, cool. That's what we got there. Johnny likes Spencer Dinwiddie over his points, rebounds, and assists. Best of luck if you are playing that. What I play segment before we get to Cam and Keith and Zell in the YouTube, in the Twitter spaces. All I played was the under. OKC Golden State under 112, under 227. And I'm probably going to get there with the OKC team total. I'm sorry, the Golden State team total under 112.5 as well. Probably going to add that. Those are my two favorite looks on the day. The Brandon guy that plays for Golden State will be in a pretty good situation today. His points probably have not dropped. I haven't checked for him yet, but that's probably going to be, gate kept until about 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the game. Let me know if you guys see a line for him. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get a line for him anytime here soon. But he did have great usage the other day. So yeah, that's all I played. Best of luck if you guys are telling to play. Already kind of looking ahead for tomorrow. We got a lot of games tomorrow, a lot of really great spots on the board for tomorrow. Not going too crazy tonight. So that's what I played. Shout out to my guy RC for tapping in with me as well. I know RC had a day yesterday. We ain't gonna talk about it because he killed it, but he had a day yesterday as well. Appreciate you for tapping in, RC. Let's get to the plays. Let's go, Cam. I know you were up first. Then I'll kick it to Keith. Then we'll get Dream, and then Zell. I see you requested again, so I'll get you back up as well. Cam, what's going on, my brother? Hope all is well. Talk to me. What you liking today?
It's good, man. I just want to take a moment to Washington. I had Derek Lively routed to 14 at plus 1400, and going into that third, you shouldn't have been like, okay.
You're looking real good.
And then just sit there watching every shot drop because that man can't guard a shot. Like, for real, this is why I watch a lot of football, like soccer, football, and football too. But the NBA needs relegation, straight up. The Wizards should be in the G League. That's it. They should not belong in the NBA. They don't belong in the NBA current state. Watching this team, now that I watched them back to back, I had no problem taking. Look, I took Dallas on the line. I'm so happy with that by like halfway through. But that was a bad side. I was so upset. I knew a lot of us. I was like, yo, this team just cost so many man money.
Yeah, I mean, it was people on Luka points. It was people on Luka triple double. It was people on a bunch of different things, and that blowout factor just killed it. And I know it's like some people who look at trends and they say, man, the Wizards, they've lost 4 straight times in DC. Be careful tonight. And it's like, not really,
I wasn't worried about that. He said it perfectly. When Luke came back in and Derek Lively didn't, I was like, hey, this is a joke.
Yeah.
They playing with all our emotions here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yesterday wasn't a bad day. We caught up at the night games. Missed on Dennis Schroeder. Honestly, you said something earlier that I think is key. Like some plays you look back and you're like, but I would have done it again. From watching the game, I'll just say keep betting point guards against Milwaukee because Dennis Schroeder had 3 wide open threes that he could have easily hit and should have. Nobody near him, and that's why the play is catching. These guys cannot guard point guard. Basically, the ball swings around and Malik Beasley gets lost and just leaves the point guard open at least 3 times a game. So I'm just going to keep telling people, you got to just – this is when you watch the games, you see these things. It's like sometimes you see a play on hit and you're like, oh, was the wrong move? Nah, man. Schroeder for the count. Anyway, over to my play for the day. I was listening in because I wanted to see if you would be able to talk me off of OKC, but I'm not. I think I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, no, I can't talk you off.
You know the trend of Golden State really showing up.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting trend, and it was one that last year you absolutely cannot bet against. I'm going with this is a different year, and this team's a year older, and they don't have that. I think you're right. I think it's going to be tight. I think this could end up being covered by. I think the -3. I miss a -2.5. I think this could be covered by free throws. But the reason why I like it is because it's just there's that point where you're a bit older. Now you're relying on some of these young guys to do it. Klay Thompson's locked, in my opinion. You don't have Draymond Green, which, like, as much as people want to hate on it, he's still a very important piece of that team. So there, with Steph and him out, I just see this OKC team going for the jugular. As best, they're going to play their hearts out game. I think they want this win, and I think the talent. There is a point where Steve Kerr can only do so much. The coach isn't playing the game, so I do think the talent will shine through. And because we saw some of those role players really step up, like you said, I'd be shocked that white dude who looked like he got his ass kicked by Draymond in the locker room. That dude was crazy. He was so nice, but typically you don't see them go off back to back. So I think if you see some drop off, it might give OKC that benefit. So I'm with OKC -3 tonight.
Okay.
I've just been kind of looking at these lines, like the Wizards won, the Nets the other night. It's like sometimes I just think I'm going to go with the better team today. The line is close, and OKC is the better team just at this stage. We know that. My next one is Chet Holmgren. His rebounds and points, 22 points in rebounds. So everyone's talking about double-double. My reco is the safe bet is the over 22.5. It's -120, so it's not too overly juiced. He got there. He cleared it 23 out of 24 and 8 last time they played. And the numbers say that they're just not great at guarding the center position. Like Mooney's he's dope. He's good. He's a good player. But I think with Chet, the way he can shoot it, I really like that. Not live because I think he can get a lot of that with points. He did get there with points last time they played. He was 24 and 8. So I really like that a lot on this top. So over 22.5. And then for the Miami game, I just got to lean on Bam assists and rebounds. I haven't got there yet. He has cleared his line, which is set right now, I think, at 14.5. He has cleared that last 4 or 5, but he's only done it 3 or 4 times in the last 3 or 5 times in the last game against the Nets. So I'm just going to look deeper into that one, but it's a lean if anybody's looking for something that's kind of nice in that game. But the 2 officials for me, I'm going to take the OKC bet of the night. Hope my Canadian boy shows out. I'm going to take Chet Holmgren over 22.5 rebounds plus points.
Ooh, okay.
So keeping it light because tomorrow, right, it's a big one. I'll be at that playing game with the Raptors. I think there's a lot of cool spots tomorrow.
Absolutely, I appreciate you sharing the looks, Cam, and best of luck. I think I'm liking what you I'm liking your plays today. You could easily go 2-0, my brother. Appreciate you sharing as always. Let's go, Keith, and then I'm kicking it to Dream. Zell, I'm gonna try to get you back up. I know your connection looking a little funky, and then I got a couple other requests. I'm gonna try to get those guys up as well. Keith, what's going on today, my guy? How you doing?
How you doing,
brother? I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. What's going on?
Yeah. My Heat played today, man. So I played Heat -3. That was the first thing I played this morning. The reason why I played it was we lost 5 straight against them. If I'm not mistaken, it was 5 straight. And in those games, Mikal Bridges had good games, but Jimmy Butler didn't show up in the early parts of our meetings last season. So I expect him to have a good game, particularly from the free throw line. I did sprinkle Jimmy Butler first basket. I do think he's going to have to set the tone early. One thing I noticed from the Nets in their last 2 games, Jack Vaughn has really prepared them well. They can score 30 points easily in the first quarter. But in terms of player props, I really like defensive props today. I don't like how the total is at 214. And I also don't like how this matchup has a history of really coming down to the last few possessions. I won't be surprised if it goes overtime either. But I'm looking at Josh Richardson. In 9 of 8 of 10 games, I can even say like 11 of 12 games, like he's recorded 1 steal. So I'm taking the juice on DraftKings. And if I can get a good number live on FanDuel, I'm just going to wait. But right now, I'm going to take the juice at DraftKings -120 for Josh Richardson to get 1 steal. And I'm looking to pair it with something else. But I just noticed that Koulibaly against the Nets went for, I think it was, 27 and 3 off the bench. Did I say that right? So, like, to me, if I just compare player types, Josh Richardson's going to be in for minutes. We just got Caleb Martin back. I know that might disrupt Jaime Hawkins' minutes, particularly in the fourth quarter. But I know Spo, we have a rhythm going. He's not going to change up a whole lot of things. He might throw Martin in there for about 7-8 minutes. But if you mean to tell me Josh Richardson, one of our better on-ball defenders, known on good on-ball defense, can record 1 steal, and he's done it in different uniforms playing against the Brooklyn Nets, I'm definitely taking that. That's my favorite straight bet for this game. And I'll probably get there with the live bet, but I think I'm going to end up taking Josh Richardson 8.5 points. That plus money right now on DraftKings, FanDuel plus 100. It's probably going to be the only lone straight bet that I take for that Heat game. In terms for the Warriors game, I saw the line and I know who's playing and who's not playing. I completely stayed off of it because I truly think the Warriors are going to get blown out. I just haven't seen a lot of promising offense from them, and I don't see how they get fired up from a point guard that hasn't really ran the team before. Like you said, they haven't scored 112 points all season. A guy I would look at today is either Josh Giddey or Jalen Williams, just because Wiggins is going to be on SGA, and whoever Kuminga isn't guarding, that person should have a good game getting to the cup. So,
right. But here's the question, though, Q, because I thought about that too. Like, all right, so you put Wiggins on SGA. Can Wiggins really guard SGA, though? Like, can anybody guard SGA?
So,
I was thinking about that. Like,
once SGA pounds the ball a couple times and he just gets to his spot, it's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, man. Appreciate you talking it out with me, Keith. Best of luck tonight, man. I think you got some good looks.
No, definitely. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Dream, what's the vibes, my guy? How you?
What's the vibes, my boy? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. How you doing?
Can't complain, man. Had some close bombs that hit, but such is gambling, so we're gonna try and make them come through the day.
That's a fact.
I've been giving out just all blow money bets on the show. They've been alright, but since it's not much today, I give out my 2 straight bets.
Okay, so you got
a couple blow money bets. I took Bam over 1.5 stocks, and I parlayed that with the +8 for OKC. It's a -109. The Bam over 1.5 stocks is super juice, -180, but it's juice for a reason. Covered it his last 5 games, 8 of 10 overall. And if you look at spinners, which is big in general against the Nets, Goga from Orlando went over this last night. Jonathan Isaac had 3 last night in 12 minutes. Zubac had 3. PJ Tucker, backup center, had 2. Giannis had 3. Gafford had 2. Just centers and bigs been covering this stocks. So Bam is, like I said, he's covered this line 8 of the last 10. So I love it. And I just obviously couldn't take it at -180. So I put OKC +8 with it to get it to 109. And Lonnie Walker, I know people talking about Lonnie. I took his bait also laddered him, but his over 9.5 points. I guess we just gonna see. The books may know something that we don't know, but he's covered this in 9 or 10 games this season. He's had 15 points 5 times this season and 14 points once. So normally I've been seeing the line open at 12.5, 13.5. I'm not sure why it's at 9.5.
I think it's the total. I think it's the total, Dream. Like with the total dropping.
Okay.
In Orlando, I went through and looked at it, Dream. Like the Nets, they've been playing at a much slower pace since Nicholas Claxton came back. If they can't turn you over, like the Heat, pretty good at like not turning the ball over. So I mean, they turned over they turned over Orlando the other day. That's why they ended up with the 124 points. But I'm looking at it right now because you're right. He's been killing this line, and the volume gonna be there. So you can take it off the strength of the volume alone. He got double-digit shot attempts in like 4 of his last 6 games, and the ones that he don't, he got 8 and 9. So I mean, he's shooting like 50% from the field in pretty much every game. So I couldn't talk you off of it at all, but I think that's probably why the number dropped just a tad bit.
Okay, I'm wondering, that do make sense. It is a pretty low total. One thing I will say that I like when I've seen him, he plays with Sharp. What's the guy name?
Day'Ron Sharpe, yep.
His rebounds tonight. But he plays with him, so maybe with Claxton off the floor, the pace would be a little elevated. But yeah, I love Lonnie Walker tonight. So those are the 2 straight bets and a couple blow money bets, man. Kevon Looney, under 5 points and under 10 rebounds on FanDuel. Finally got my FanDuel account back. It's been a month.
Okay, hey, that's what's up, man. That's a blessing. Trust me, I know what it's like to be without a sports book, bro. They've been limiting me and like slowing me down a lot, man. Like suspending my account. It's been kind of wild, but I ain't gonna rant right now. Go ahead, Dream. My fault.
It's tough. I'll be handing out lines. People be like, "Damn, bro, this is at what's." I'm like, "Yeah, sure it is." Happy for you. Looney under 5 points and under 10 rebounds plus 820. So this is just a Chet. I noticed the first game, he only played 10 minutes versus Chet. Maybe Chet plays him off the floor. I don't know. I think it's more of a Saric game than a Looney game. But if this does happen again, if this trend continues and Looney isn't playing, maybe he plays. I know he had 30 minutes last game. But again, his first game against OKC, he only played 10 minutes. He didn't get hurt or nothing. So maybe he's just going to be played off the floor. And also, when I look at this team, can you even really play Looney that much? Because you're going to need shooting. Golden State is one of the worst shooting teams in the league this year. Klay Thompson's not a good shooter this year.
That's true.
And even if you say he's a good shooter, then you're going to have, a perceived good shooter, but you're going to have Chris Paul, non-shooter. Gary Payton III, non-shooter. Wiggins, hell no, non-shooter. And Looney, non-shooter. So I just think that Saric is going to be in line for minutes. And Saric had a dub the first time they played. He had 20 points the first time they played OKC. Now, it was a 144-point score that game. So, but I'm just saying, he played well, and he's coming off a game where he had 20 last game. So, if Looney doesn't play, I love this. Looney under 10 rebounds and under 5 points. That's an 8 plus 820 on FanDuel. And Lonnie Walker and Lou Dort, 3 threes each. So it's a plus 1660. That's what I got it at. Lou Dort was 6-6 last game against Golden State. Could be an anomaly. Maybe not an anomaly. He's not a great shooter. They're going to leave him open in the corner. Maybe he knocks some shots down. And as far as Lonnie Walker, my goodness, I know we've been talking about Lonnie ad nauseum, but my boy got 3 made threes in 4 of his last 5 games. What the fuck? I'm just going to go ahead and take it.
Yeah, and the Heat defense is terrible from the 3 too, so I could not talk you off that one.
A favorable matchup.
Super favorable.
So, Lonnie Walker 3 threes, Lou Dort 3 threes, plus 1,600. A couple blunt money bets for y'all. Appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely, Dream. I like your blunt money bets a lot today, bro.
Oh, man, hold on.
What's up?
Oh, the threes last night I gave out. Buck, why, Buck?
Oh,
us on the threes,
yeah. That was plus 1,000, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah. Digress, man. You've been hitting enough blow money bets, bro. I thought you was gonna retire like 2 weeks ago. You had been up so much money early in the season. I thought you was gonna take the rest of the year off, bro. So you be all right, man. Just eat some of them losses. You'll bounce back strong and get these blunt money bets cashing again. Trust me, I believe in you, bro. I got all the faith in you in the world. All right, let's go back to Cam real quick. Cam, what's going on?
Real talk. That's just me.
That's a fact.
So just real quick, I know it's a basketball show, but I gotta look in basketball, football, basketball, figure out if that's cool.
What's that?
It's just like it's a real nice play tonight. So Lamar Jackson rushing yards over 47 and a half. He averages 70. He's averaged 79 and a half rushing yards against the Bengals. That's the most for any player, any team since 1950 against the Bengals. And against the Bengals, the last 5 times they played, he's had at least 11 rushing attempts, and he's cleared the line by minimum 7 yards. And it's an important game. Lamar Jackson seems to run a lot more when the game's all over, like a very important game. So just all those things help together. I think it's a really nice play. It's minus 115 if you're looking for some bankroll money, over 47 and a half right there from Alger.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think my boy Munov won that as well. I actually played Gus Edwards over his rush attempts at 10.5 at plus money. Love Gus tonight in this spot as well. So yeah, I was breaking that. I do NFL shows too. I just don't talk about NFL on this channel. But yeah, best of luck tonight, Ken. Best of luck, bro. With the NFL too. All right, let's go. Zell, because I know you've been waiting for the longest. And then Jays, I'm gonna get to you, and the Coochie gonna take us home. Oh, and Tall Black Genius, get him up as well. All right, so let's go super fast. Let's do like a minute apiece. Zell, talk to me. What's going on?
Not much. Appreciate you answering my question earlier about the Nets. Couldn't get there on them either, didn't end up playing them. But I'm with everybody else on Lonnie. Ladder him all the way up to 20 plus 100 on points bet. I got a play that y'all might think is gross, but hear me out. It's Duncan Robinson, over 2.5 assists. I took this because in the last 3 games, without Tyler Hero, in a 4-day span, 3-game sample size, Duncan has cleared this line 2 out of the last 3 games. He had 5 assists the last game against the Hornets, with 7 potential assist opportunities. He had 4 assists against San Antonio on Sunday with 10 potential opportunities. In that game specifically, he tied with 10 with Jimmy Butler. The one game he didn't get over this line was against Atlanta on Saturday when he finished with 2 assists on 4 opportunities. I just like the way the potential assists are being distributed to the likes of Bam and the pick and roll, or when Duncan is coming free on off-ball screens, or from just driving to the lane, making the right read. Like, defenders are going right on the 3-point line as they should, so it should be some assist opportunities, definitely.
Okay. Hey, you got the cap for it, Zell. Best of luck tonight, man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, let's go Jays, and then the Coochie, and then we'll go Tall Black Genius. What's up, Jays? Talk to me. How you doing, man?
What's up, Chris? Man, I'm doing good. I just wanted to double down on Jaime Jaquez, man. He's my player of the day for. You can still get plus money. I think it's like plus 105 or something for 10 points from him. He's cleared that line the last 4 games, and he actually got, I think, 9 or 10 when his minutes were hovering around 20 minutes a game. He's averaging like 35 minutes the last 3 games, and they asked Spoelstra about his minutes after Caleb Martin was reactivated, and he said it shouldn't affect his minutes. So I really like that look tonight. Plus 15 or 15 plus points is still plus 490 on FanDuel. So
okay, Jaime Jaquez, Miami Heat. If you don't know about him, first of all, you already missed out on some money, but he probably gonna continue to shine. So appreciate you I know you've been waiting for a minute, Jays. Appreciate you, for tapping in and sharing the look, man. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, the Coochie, you up next, and then we're gonna go Tall Black Genius to get us out of here. What's up, the Coochie? Been a long time, man. Hope all is well with you. What's going on?
Yeah, brother, all is great. Work schedule has kind of meant that I've not been able to spend much time on the spaces, but it's changing now in this season, so I'll hopefully be here a little bit more. I'll give you one play because I know we're kind of pressed for time. I like Nicholas Claxton under 9.5 rebounds. My thought process is this one is kind of twofold. We all know Claxton is one of the best defensive rim protectors in the NBA. His blocks is an angle I'd like to attack in the past, but oftentimes when a player is trying to challenge a lot of shots, it leaves them in a bad defensive rebounding position. The stats confirm that. According to Cleaning the Glass, Claxton graded out as a below 55% defensive rebounder for a position last season. Moreover, I think the pace of this game is going to be played out is going to be relatively slow compared to the rest of the league. Brooklyn ranks 17 in pace. Miami ranks 12. So neither team really likes to push it. Both are kind of comfortable on the half court. So with less shot attempts means less rebound. And with Claxton's inability to kind of be an elite rebounder, I think he's going to struggle to get 10 rebounds. So I like the under 9.5.
Under 9.5. I mean, you laid it out perfectly. I see it right now on ESPN Bet. Actually, got the best number at -135. It's juiced a little bit more everywhere else, but yeah, could not talk you off. I was actually, you probably missed it, but I was talking about Nicholas Claxton to go under his points plus rebounds, so I could not talk you off of that at all. Best of luck tonight, Dakuchi. Appreciate you sharing the look, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. If anyone wants to read the daily newsletter, it's in my bio. This was a great one.
Oh, nice. Okay, appreciate you shouting that out as well. Best of luck, man. Definitely tap in with my guy. Tall Black Jeans, take us home, man. What's going on? How you doing?
So happy. It's one of the hottest YouTube channels, Twitter Spaces, man, where the official plays come out with my guy Chris.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How you doing?
New York, they had a crazy game yesterday, but also some of my milestone research helped me catch that LeBron James play as far as him passing Jason Terry for 3-pointers. So we had catched a nice LeBron James 3 threes last night. Home team Knicks cashed it out. But today, man, hey, we're doing the same sort of research, storyline and situational handicapping. That's what I specialize in. This, the conspiracies and all the wild picks. Today, what I'm looking at is a 2-year player off the one of my favorite teams that I think is up on the Western Conference. We're talking about Oklahoma City Thunder versus the great Golden State Warriors. I don't know if you know about the Steph Curry injury and Draymond Green being out for suspension. So I think everybody's just trying to find out where's the money in this game today. What I'm going to be playing on is a second-year player, Jalen Williams. This man did go to Santa Clara College, which is a college in the California area. And that is my play. I'm going to be playing the fact that he's back in his hometown or his home college area. Jalen Williams, over 15.5 points is my official play today. And if I want a little plus money, Chris, it's the Splash Bros versus OKC today. I think that this profile of a 3-point shooting team, we're going to play the flip side. We're going to play Jalen Williams, 2 3-pointers at plus 180, Chris. Okay, Jalen Williams tonight, he could have a show-out game, man. He's had about 4 games against OKC, or he's had about 4 games against the Golden State Warriors, and he's had 19, 18, one bad game. And then, he's getting close to that 20-point mark. I think tonight will be the night, Chris. Jalen Williams, over 15.5. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate you you shouting that out. That's a good fun. As only Tall Black Jeans going to be able to find, man. So best of luck to you tonight. Tall Black Jeans, appreciate you tapping in as well, as always. And that's what we got. Real quick, 2 things I want to say before I go back over just a quick recap. My boy Cowboys podcast says he has sent the request, but not going to be able to come up. Mikal Bridges, rebounds, 4.5. He likes the over. Last 6 games versus the Heat, he has 9, 5, 4, 3, 7, 8. He's hit 4 of the last 5. In the 4 games he's covered 2 have been in Miami, and he's played almost 40 minutes in each of them. No blowout in his opinion. No blowout, potential in this game in his opinion. So if he gets the minutes, he thinks that it covers. So that could be another look. Mikal Bridges over his 4.5 rebounds. And then one more thing I wanted to address. So going back to football just a tad bit. Justin likes his player of the day is Tyler Boyd for the Cincinnati Bengals. Anytime touchdown at plus 205. Couldn't talk you off. I know a couple people that's on that as well. And then it was one more thing I wanted to mention. Somebody asked me, Papa Giorgio says, if Wiggins is holding Shea, take the over. No, that's not the comment. Darren, that's what it was. He said, Chris, what do you think about Wiggins' rebounds? I've been eyeing that prop today. So the way we play rebounds is that if you're playing against the opposite, if you're going to be guarding the opposing primary scorer, your rebounds are going to be down because you're going to be the one that's closing out the contest shots. So if I'm playing Wiggins rebounds, I'm actually taking the under. Darren, hopefully you're still around. I know you said that comment a couple minutes ago. This is something that we picked up on I think it was 2 years ago when the Warriors were playing against the Dallas Mavericks, and Wiggins was guarding Luka, and he never got rebounds. So yeah, I could not talk you off of taking the under there. And that's what I got for you guys. Tomorrow, like I said, big card. I will fly through the games, give you guys my looks as I handicap the games tonight. As always, if you guys want my plays, it's $5.99 a month over on YouTube. The link is in my link tree on Twitter. It's also posted in the About Me section on my YouTube page. So if you guys have, want my plays when I post them, that's how you'll get access. If not, I will come on the show. I do a show every day. On the weekends, you won't get my plays because I don't do weekend shows all the time. But that's how you guys get access to my plays. But today, I only play OKC and Golden State to go under 227. But if I was to add anything else, I think it would be Golden State team total to go under. Like I said, I think Chris Paul slows down the pace. I think Golden State plays the best defense that they possibly can without Steph, and I don't think that they play at an extremely fast pace. I also think OKC will bring that number one rated defense on the road in this spot. So those are my looks. Shout out to Dream, Cam, Keith, Zell, Snag, everybody that came through the chat, dropping plays every day that kind of makes the show what it is. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, subscribing to the show, hitting the like button for me, all those different things. However you contribute, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Best of luck today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we go 1-0, potentially 2-0, and we'll do it all again tomorrow, man. Best of luck tonight. Enjoy the games, everyone. I'm out.